The San Francisco Giants make another big splash in this year's 2019 MLB Draft, guys, with the 51st overall pick, drafting Logan Wyatt from Louisville Cardinals, guys. Oh man, Logan Wyatt, a first baseman whom the Giants, they believe he is athletic enough to potentially be able to play a corner outfield spot, and he can potentially be a huge lineup piece. And this is just phenomenal, guys. The 21-year-old Logan Wyatt, standing very tall at 6'4", 230 pounds, guys, built very strong. Although not known for having huge amounts of power, he has plus raw power potential, but he hasn't tapped into that as much with 9 home runs last season. But one of the big things about him, guys, is that he has one of the best eyes in all of college baseball. In fact, guys, he was quoted as saying from one of the MLB scouts that covered him, actually, that he has one of the best eyes in this year's college class. So absolutely impressive from this young guy. And what it shows with Farhan Zaidi, guys, is that essentially Farhan Zaidi now has been drafting, trying to acquire the best talent available that is available in the draft. And so, you know, this is just phenomenal. And the Giants haven't been concerned about what positions that they're drafting, because you look at first base right now. We all know that Brandon Bell is at first base at the moment, and he signed to a long-term contract, about 5 years. I think $90 million was what he signed for. And we all know that Buster Posey eventually is going to play probably in the infield, could be first, could be third. Who knows? Maybe he could go back to shortstop. He's athletic enough. He could do it, but I don't think there will be a need for that in the sense of Crawford holding it down at shortstop. But, you know, those are all discussions that we can have later down the line. But one of the big things with the Giants, guys, is that they're trying to acquire some top-level talent and bats, because it has been a very long time since we've had, you know, very high-quality bats, really. And so the Giants would rather have a problem, a good problem, and that they have too many bats, and now they got to find places on defense to get these guys at bats, which that's why Farhan Zaidi likes players that are versatile, that can play multiple positions. And this was kind of one of the big reasons why Nick Hundley, if you guys remember, our backup catcher that played pretty solid for us, wasn't re-signed, because he could only play catcher. And Stephen Vogt, who we brought in, who's been a welcome addition to the Giants ball club this 2019 season, guys. Vogt is very versatile. He can play outfield. He can play infield. He can catch. He can do so many things. He gives you good quality pinch hit at bats off the bench. And so, yeah, this draft choice, guys, of Logan Wyatt shows the direction that Zaidi is going in. And right now, he is rebuilding the Giants franchise back to stardom, potentially in the future. And what's even more exciting about everything that's going on is the fact that in the future now, you could see a middle of the Giants batting order that includes the likes of Joey Bart, if you guys don't know, was drafted number 2 overall last year in the 2018 MLB Draft. And Joey Bart has absolutely torn the cover off the baseball since going into professional baseball and in the minor leagues. And then we have Helio Ramos, another star-studded outfielder. I think he's like 20 or 19 or 21, somewhere in that range, but he is another star lineup potential player. And of course, you know, our first overall draft pick to go along, Hunter Bishop. Man, this is going to be absolutely phenomenal. What this lineup, the damage that is going to be able to be done into the future. And something really wanted to get in very strongly with you guys with Farhan Zaidi is that he had to take over a lot of bad contracts. And this is no knock to the Giants' former GM that was in charge, Bobby Evans. He did a phenomenal job and helped contribute contributed a lot to the Giants' 3 World Series titles in 10, 12, and 14. But along the way, he made some really good trades, and he also made some not so good trades and signings. And so to go over some of the contracts that Zaidi inherited when he took over this Giants team, and if you look at where they are right now, Farhan Zaidi definitely is not happy, and neither are none of the Giants organization and fan base. Obviously, we're not happy with the start to 2019. But looking at the contracts that he inherited, Evan Longoria is signed for, I think there's like $75 million committed to him over like 5 years. Crawford, which you would feel is a good investment. He's owed, I think, like 60 million over 5 years. Mark Melanson, that's another big signing. He's owed a good portion of money, like 50 million, I think, probably like 30 million or something over 2 years. And, Jeff Samardzija, that's another contract, 5 years, 90 million he had signed. Johnny Cueto, that's another big contract, but Cueto, I think when he comes back healthy, will be able to earn some of that money back. And if you guys remember Barry Zito, the World Series and what he did in Game 5 in it's the 2012 NLCS, that performance will go down in history. And really, you can argue that without Zito, we don't win that World Series. And heck, if we got to pay a guy $126 million over 7 years, but it means we won a World Series. A lot of teams can't say that they've won a World Series in, the last decade or even last 20 years. So, to win 3 in 5 years, just absolutely phenomenal there. But yeah, this is just an example, guys, of some of the contracts that Zaidi inherited. And, I could be leaving some contracts off the table, but, it's just insane because a lot of these guys also, it's unlikely that people are going to even want to take on their contracts because of how much money that they're owed still. So that's another thing to take into consideration because, with basically potential trade candidates and, that as we get closer to the July 31st trade deadline, a lot could be happening. But this youth development, guys, is in full circle, and you love what you're seeing because as we go year by year, this Giants team is going to get better and better because some of these bad contracts will come off the books, and then the Giants will have some extra cash that hopefully they can make some better investment decisions with that money. And I definitely love the charge led by the great Farhan Zaidi, man. Farhan Zaidi, just love what's been happening since he's come over. And, give him credit. He has tried everything possible to try to make this work and find solidified bats in the lineup. And, the Giants, the defense also. The defense has at times looked very impressive this season. And if the hitting can come around, and like I said, the future looks bright that we could be having a potential game-changing lineup pieces. We drafted 2 game-changing lineup pieces in this year's 2019 MLB Draft. And so just absolutely phenomenal, guys. It's such great news for Giants fans, and I'm excited to see the continued development of our young players throughout the rest of this season. And like I said, we can't give up on still competing for a playoff spot in this year in Bruce Bochy's final season as Giants manager. The Giants definitely want to send him out on a good note, and I think the young guys, will continue to step it up as we continue on into the latter part of the summer and into the fall and hopefully into October for October baseball this season, guys. And so, guys, Logan Wyatt is penciled in to potentially be the game changer of a Brandon Belt. So that is high praise for Logan Wyatt, and look for him to be a game lineup changing piece. So, guys, I wanted to get into some of his stats down in college. So he finished with a .461 on base percentage. And like we said, he has consistent contact, has a very strong eye, and gets on base. So right now, I think in due time, his power is going to very much increase and very much build into a potential 20-plus home run hitter every season. And, that would be impressive to do at Oracle Park. And so this is just going to be fun, guys. He potentially could be tearing up the minor leagues, and we could see this guy in the next 2 to 3 years up with the Giants, and that's going to be an exciting time when that comes. And I cannot wait, guys. Absolutely cannot wait. It is going to be so much fun to see this youth development and get back to winning style of baseball. And we're going to see the next game-changing youth of the future San Francisco Giants, guys. It's so exciting. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button and comment down below, guys. I would love to hear your opinion. How do you guys feeling about the draft analysis? The draft pick of Logan Wyatt, man. So exciting for the future. The Giants' future looks very bright. I'd love to hear what you Giants fans out there, how you guys feeling about this youth development and this youth rebuild. And do you have the confidence and trust in Farhan Zaidi leading the charge and getting this Giants team back to the winning style, competitive brand of baseball that we know and love and that we want to see moving forward? Also, comment down below, guys, any matters relating to the San Francisco Giants. I'm all ears to love what you guys have to say. What do you think about the July 31st trade deadline? We've been talking a lot about it because every day as we lead up to it, potentially deals even could get done this month in June. That remains to be seen, but we will keep you guys posted with all breaking San Francisco Giants news. So until next time, guys, I will see you again. Thank you for watching and have a great day.